More now on a story we've been very closely following for you. The League of United Latin American Citizens, or LULAC, is demanding action from the Department of Justice after the homes of Democratic Latino voting activists, volunteers, and political operatives were raided in Texas. The raids ordered by Texas Republican Attorney General Ken Paxton. Paxton says the raids are part of a state election integrity investigation. No charges, however, have been filed as a result of these raids. NBC News has reached out to Paxton, has not received a response as of yet. Joining us now is the CEO of LULAC, Juan Proaño. Juan, thank you very much for being with us today. So, first of all, tell us about these raids and what it is what's going on.
So, we actually got word last Thursday, as a matter of fact. And so our understanding is that on Tuesday morning, there were about 12 warrants, essentially, for search and seizure of Latino leaders and LULAC members actually in the community. They started at 6 a.m. One of our members, Lydia Martinez, 87 years old, grandmother, great-grandmother, awakened by 9 police officers with firearms. Another with 40 police officers in SWAT gear. 40? 40. And basically going in to confiscate cell phones, computers, essentially, documents, anything that they could effectively find. And interrogations, 3 hours interrogating Lydia Martinez, 7 hours in the other case as well.
So what is it that, this is just unbelievable. What do you want the DOJ to do?
Well, we want them to investigate. Number one, obviously we think that there are civil rights violations, but in addition to that, likely, some criminal aspects to it as well.
So Paxton is saying that these raids are part of some investigation. What validity do you give to this state investigation into election integrity?
None whatsoever. It's really been debunked. The election integrity effort basically started 2 years ago with a report from a district attorney which provided no evidence at all for any voter fraud or manipulation, if you will. But what we've seen here, Jose, is a pattern. In June, he sued the Catholic Charities of the Rio Grande Valley. He sued Sister Norma Pimentel. And then in July, he sued the Annunciation House. And then there were a series of other Latino nonprofit organizations. So we were certainly very surprised when he took it to Latino leaders and LULAC members.
And so I want to just end by, Juan, recognizing the extraordinary work that LULAC does. But if you would just give us an idea of what LULAC is and what LULAC does.
Well, LULAC is the country's oldest and largest Latino civil rights organization. We have 535 councils in 33 states. We have over 246,000 members in all 50 states. And we advocate for the civil rights of Latinos in the United States.
Not Democrats or Republican Latinos, Latinos.
Latinos. Democrats, Republicans, independents of all stripes.
And, we're coming up and we often talk about the strength of the Latino vote. I always say it's not the Latino vote, it's the Latino voter. Because every single Latino voter may be different in what are the conditions and circumstances that they decide when they go to the ballot box. But I'm just wondering, it's important for people to know the strength of the Latino voter in our country.
And they've always said it's a sleeping giant. Yeah, I saw you do the piece on Georgia, for example. In Texas, there are 12.1 million Latinos.
Yep.
We outnumber non-Hispanic whites in Texas. If you factor in Hispanics, African-American agents in Texas alone, that's 60% of the population. Texas is and has been a majority-minority state. But in Georgia, there are 1 million Latinos. That's actually less than 5% of the population, significantly under the national average. But 5% of the electorate is Latino. In a state that Biden won by less than 15,000 votes, Latinos can actually make a difference there, Pennsylvania and in Michigan.
And in the entire country.
Absolutely.
Juan Proaño, thank you very much. It's good to see you, my friend.
It's a real
pleasure.
Really
appreciate your time.
Thank you for having me.